You know, it's like it's the reason why the BNP remain legal in this country, but nobody says we shouldn't challenge their racism. Likewise with Aisha's justification for theocracy, and indeed Sanjay's desire to ban an entire religious community in this country just because he's scared of them. Paul in Ashford has text saying, Mr. Nawaz, please don't downplay Sanjay's comment. I personally do not agree with his view, but to say he wants to ban Islam just because he's scared is a bit patronising. People are being murdered in its name.
That's un-Islamic, in all extent.
And Tawsif, you know why I'm happy people like you call in and respond to callers like Aisha is because then we end up with people like Sanjay calling in immediately after her saying the solution is to ban Islam in this country. And it's like, my God, it's like, you know, this is the problem. It's those two extremes need each other to survive. They feed on each other. It's like, you know, when the Muslim extremists say this is a war against Islam and Muslims and all non-Muslims want to persecute us, they point to people like Sanjay saying we want to ban Islam in this country. Likewise, Sanjay, when he tries to justify why he wants to ban Islam, will point to people like Aisha and say, see, that's what they truly believe in, and we need people like you to be more vocal. I accept wholeheartedly that there's a problem at the moment within my own communities, and we, most of our leading staff are Muslim, are trying to do something about it. Malcolm wants to speak to us from Hounslow. Tell us what you think, Malcolm.
Hello.
Hi, Malcolm. Tell us what you think.
Okay, I want to ask everyone. You know, this is going to be a hard thing for people to listen to, but let me speak as an indigenous Englishman, from the country. And, you know, the problem we have is Islam is not of England, it's not of Britain, it's imported. And so we've got all this trouble and all this strife. And so you had a lady earlier saying, we must integrate more, we must do this. But I'm an Englishman, I'm saying, no, there's no must do that. You know, if the people that come here aren't willing to integrate into our way of life, why should we make compensations for them? You know, I'd like there to be, you know, I could go into any pub in England and I could stand up and I could go, hey, is anyone here a Muslim? Because if you are, you're welcome here. You know what? None will be there. Because they don't integrate. They don't want to integrate. And it's not of England, okay? So I think the people that say, ban it, we've got to all understand, we know where they're coming from.
So would you agree with banning it?
Yes. No, right. I'd have no problem with it. I'd have no problem with it. It wouldn't.
You'd have no problem with banning a religion. Okay, so let's talk about Malcolm. Let's talk you through this absurdity. How do we implement banning a religion which 4% of the country currently subscribe to? Tell me how you'd bring that banning about. What would you do?
If everybody looked at the character of Muhammad. Okay.
No, Malcolm, address the question I've asked you. No, I let you speak. I now asked you a question. You're on a radio show, which is a talk show. You're going to respond to my question. How would you go about practically banning Islam, which is a religion that 4% of the United Kingdom professes?
Right. What we do is we say, no more new mosques. No more new mosques. We also do actually look at the Quran and say, actually, this does not belong on our bookshelves because it's a book of hate. And it does not belong on our bookshelves.
So you can buy Mein Kampf on our bookshelves, but you can't buy the Quran, yeah?
Let's face it, we shouldn't have Mein Kampf on our bookshelves.
So we should ban Mein Kampf as well? What about Das Kapital by Karl Marx? Should we ban that too?
Well, you know what, now you're spinning off on a tangent. I haven't read those books. I have read the Quran, by the way. Why?
No. What I'm saying is you've just said you want to ban Mein Kampf as well.
If we should ask, shall we ban Quran or not? Read it, and you'll know why we should.
Okay, so we ban Mein Kampf too. I'll tell you that.
That's me spinning off on a tangent. That's you trying to change the subject.
No, it's not. It's me saying, should we ban things we disagree with?
Talk about the Quran.
Sorry?
Talk about the Quran.
I am talking about the Quran. I'm asking you, give me practical steps. You've said let's not have no more mosques opening up, okay? But then what do we do with the mosques that already exist, Malcolm?
No, well, we progressively see them, you know, I mean, I don't, look, you've got to get this. I'm speaking as an Englishman. We don't care whether there are mosques or not.
So who are you speaking to? You're speaking as Englishman. Who am I?
I'm speaking to all those, I'm speaking to...
No, me. What do you consider me?
I don't know what you are. I know nothing of your background.
Okay, I was born and raised in Essex. I live in London. I have only a British passport. So who are you speaking to?
Britain. Most English people do not even identify with Britain anymore.
No, Malcolm. You're saying you're speaking as an Englishman. Am I speaking as an Englishman when I speak?
I don't know. What's your background?
I've just told you. Do you consider me English?
Where do your parents come from?
No, I'm asking you whether you consider me, not my parents. Do you consider me English?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know because you're not giving me enough information.
I've just told you, I was born and raised in Essex. Malcolm, here's the information for you. I was born and raised in Essex. I only carry a British passport. I live in London, which happens to reside in England, right? What do you consider me?
I consider you're British.
Not English.
No.
Okay. Do you accept I have as much as a right and a say in this conversation as you do?
I believe you do, but I'm not entirely sure that that's appropriate.
No, well, I'll tell you...
You're the radio show, aren't you?
Now, I'll tell you why it's appropriate, because if you keep saying I'm speaking as a native indigenous Englishman, what I find objectionable...
I am, yeah. I am.
What I find objectionable, Malcolm, is that you're talking to one as well, right? So let's have a conversation on parity. I'm asking you practically how you would want to ban 4% of this country, and you haven't given me an answer. All you've said is, let's not build any more mosques. That doesn't do anything with the mosques that already exist. Practically, what would you do?
You're talking over me. I didn't say ban the 4%. I said ban the book.
So not Islam. Don't ban Islam.
Yeah, let's get into a situation where Islam sort of falls away and becomes less of an influence.
How, though? So don't open any new mosques, right? That's one concrete policy suggestion you've made, but that's all you've given me so far.
All people appreciate and understand that it's not of this country. It's incompatible with the values of this country.
Well, no, but again, you're assuming, like the extremists, that there's only one reading of that religion. Christianity wasn't of this country originally, was it, Malcolm? Malcolm, was Christianity of this country originally?
Yep.
Yes. Is that where Jesus came from? Essex. Was Jesus an Essex boy like me? Malcolm, was Jesus an Essex boy like me?
You aren't having a sensible conversation, so let's leave it.
No, Malcolm, before you hang up, because you clearly, you recognise that you don't really necessarily have any answers to these questions, so before you hang up like a coward, just like the Muslim fundamentalists who hang up on me when they can't address my questions, I'm going to give you one last chance to answer the question. Is Christianity from this country historically? And the fact that you've gone, the fact that you put the phone down, demonstrates that you clearly know it's not. Jesus was from Bethlehem, which is in current day Israel and the West Bank and that region, Palestine and Israel. It's not Britain. Christianity was brought here. It was brought here just like Islam was brought here by people who moved here. And for you to insist that just because it wasn't born here, it's foreign and must be banned, is as absurd as claiming Judaism and Christianity must also be banned.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.